What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest channel and podcast. If you are on the podcast platforms, please do subscribe. And if you are on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that like button while you're at it. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. Let's just go ahead and brighten up the place. And let's get into this conversation. The last week or so, the news about Diddy having a new baby by the name of loveseancombs, which is like one of the most narcissistic things that I believe anyone could do, because it's a way of getting everyone to say that they love you, your name, Sean Combs. And so you name your child Love Sean Combs, right? Because you are an absolute narcissist. And the narcissism just continues to seep through his pores and spill all over the place. He just cannot help himself. And I know that a lot of people are saying about the chick that he's saying is not his side chick, Yungmiami, but also real name Carisha, she's in, full knowledge of what she is doing and what she's up against, and she is in it for a come up. She's in it for the pay. She's not in it for love. But with her being the age that she is, not saying she's a teeny bopper, but in comparison to Love Sean Combs, I believe that she has more feelings that she isn't really admitting to. And she could possibly be embarrassed because he's continuously showing that she actually kind of is a side chick, even though she may not want to admit that. And he may be saying that she is not a side chick for the sake of her feelings. But I wanted to share this story that I saw because we all know that the mother of his twin daughters, Kimporter, passed away. And it's still, for a lot of people, raising questions as to what really happened to her. I'm not an investigative reporter, and that's not what I'm trying to do. But I just kind of find it ironic because in a story that People magazine put out there that he was spotted kissing Instagram model Jade Ramey during a Malibu date night. So clearly he is in an open relationship. So Yungmiami can say that she's not a side chick, and even he can say that she's not a side chick, but she kind of is, because before this story came out about him spending time with this person, there was another story that came out the previous week about him being spotted with another so-called Instagram model. And the reason I wanted to talk about this was because in this same story, it says, over the weekend, Combs and Ramey were seen snuggling up and kissing during a dinner outing at Nobu in Malibu. The Shade Room was first to share the photos. Earlier this month, he announced the arrival of a new addition to his family on Twitter. And he said, "I'm so blessed to welcome my baby girl, Love Sean Combs, to the world." Mama Combs, Quincy, Justin, Christian, Chance, Delilah, Jesse, and myself all love you so much. God is the greatest. Don't you love how he throws God into all of that? So he is the father to 6 other children. So, last month, he spent the holiday for Thanksgiving with his daughters to feed homeless communities in Miami. And then he was also joined out there by Yungmiami. So, again, PR, all of it for press. Not saying he doesn't care about the people, but does he really care about the people? Because we all know that he has had consistent issues with former label signees, employees, whatever you want to call them, because they didn't get their just due. But this is the part that stuck out to me in the story. He says, just the other day, I just had got the courage to look at Kim's old text messages. I shouldn't have really did that. I was like, yo, I hope I can find somebody who can love me like that again. I'm not giving up on love, but it's hard. A different level of heartbreak. Whenever I see the sun, I see God, and I see Kim. Now, your guess is as good as mine as to what that even means, because it really just sounds like a bunch of fluff that for those who get mesmerized by words, and especially when people throw God into it, they think it's something that's just so real and so profound. It's actually not. It's actually pretty embarrassing, because he has now had his 7th child with someone that's closer to his oldest children's age than his, okay? And he says that he got the courage finally to look at some of her old text messages. I'm wondering, what did she say to him in those text messages? Your guess is as good as mine. But now all of these stories are out about him being seen with all of these different women. He's got Yungmiami out here on social media calling people out and saying that she's not a side chick. She comes second to no one. And Diddy wouldn't look at half of us if we wanted him to, which most of us really do not. That's not even the type of life that we want to be living. But okay, whatever makes you sleep at night and helps you to get through your day. It's fine. It's fine. Say whatever you need to say to help you to get through the day if that's some sort of therapy for you. But the comment section was what really got me about this story, because people have questions. One person says, boy, ever since his bodyguard came out with Diddy's preferences, allegedly, he's been with lots of women lately. Another person says, so many rumors about him and other men in the industry. The women need to be careful with that one. Another one says, so he thinks a young, lovely 28-year-old really wants him almost 60 because she's smitten. Okay, whatever. Another one calls him Diddy-it. That's actually pretty funny. And so another one says Diddy likes it on the DL. Pictures of him with girls are there to deceive the masses. And another one says, man, I always thought he was into dudes. Another one says, did he steal this one from his son? And the thing about it is, we kind of have thoughts. A lot of us do. A lot of us have had the opportunity to hear the rumors and the stories about Diddy and the goings on in the industry and how he likes to get down. But nothing has been 100% confirmed, and it's definitely never come out of his mouth. But it really makes you question, with this man being damn near 60, if he isn't already 60, because let's be clear, we know a lot of these people in the industry lie about their ages, and they like to stay as young as they possibly can for as long as they can. So I even question that. Are you not 60 yet? Because I could have sworn that he already was. But anyway, having a child just recently with another young person, and he's out here with all of these young girls. They're not little girls. We know they're not underage. He's not doing the R. Kelly thing that we know of. But these people are closer to his oldest children's ages. And then he's still speaking about Kimporter, who he never married. He got pregnant. He was in these so-called relationships with her. But from what we saw, he never was dedicated to her. And he went back to her after Jennifer Lopez dumped him. So he was with her before, he left her, and then he went back to her as a rebound, and then she wound up having these babies. I don't know if it was planned or whatever. I don't know if twins ran in her family, but it is kind of funny how a lot of these people end up having these multiple births as if this is normal. And multiple births are not common. It usually takes the help of in vitro IVF methods and treatments and all of those different things for people to have these multiple births. So I do believe that it was planned. I do believe that. But It may have been in the plans for them to have the children, but I don't believe it was in the plans for him to ever be with her. So for him to say that he hopes that someday he can find someone that will love him the way that she loved him is a slap in the face to this woman who was no longer here. Because if she was really giving you love like that and you just threw it in the trash, you don't deserve to be loved. You kind of deserve to be with these gold-digging women who just are with you for what they can get out of you. And I believe he knows that as well. So the regret definitely is there when it comes to him not treating Kim Porter the way that she deserves to be treated, and now living in that regret, but also saying that he hopes that he can find somebody someday who will love him like that again. It's never too late for love for most people, but for someone like him, I would say it's over. If that's what you claim you really want. And I don't even believe that. I believe that that was just something that was really just said for the sake of media and having something that's supposedly profound to say. But I don't believe that he really loved that woman. And if she really loved him, I am hoping and praying that she is resting in peace and is not rolling over in her grave hearing the things that this douchebag is saying about her, because it is really disrespectful. I don't know how his daughters feel about hearing things like this, because I'm quite sure that there were things that they heard and saw when their mom was still here, because they were in the full custody of their mother. And even though as people try their best to be adults and be the bigger person and all of those different things like that, I'm quite sure that they have seen and heard some things that came out of their mother's mouth when their mom was alive, even if it was just once, about their dad's devilish ways. That's just my opinion. I believe it to be so. I'm not saying that it actually happened, but I believe it to be so. So I really want to know what you guys think. Like, why do you believe he is saying these things now and saying that he's heartbroken after looking at her old text messages? Like, why is that? Is there something else that she may have said to him that caused him to feel a certain type of way, but he's just covering it up and making it seem like it's something different? I would really love to know your thoughts, so just let me know in the comment section below. Thanks so much for liking and subscribing, and until the next time, this is Beth, and I'm just being beautifully honest.